Um, Good day everyone, I'm Abigail Pahinag and I'm here to report about auction and dynamic pricing models, Opportunity for Auctions by Anita Shrivastava. Well, beforehand, in the industrial era, result of the mass production, one seller could satisfy many buyers regardless of geography, and mass distribution and marketing became the most way of to sell products. Static pricing models became the most suitable methods of exchange. Well, for the static pricing are set by the sellers with the focus on one to many sellers and centric transaction or one seller to many buyer. Examples are include subscription, markup, price discrimination, segmentation, and banding costs. Um, while the dynamic pricing models are expanding the opportunities in the connected economy. Like for example, there are the one buyer and one seller, one buyer and many seller, one buyer and many sellers, one seller and many buyers. Dynamic pricing models defined as the buying and selling of goods and service in free markets where the price fluctuates in response to supply and demand and changing customer preferences. To illustrate more on dynamic pricing models, here the illustration. For example, one seller to one buyer, then one seller to many buyers. Then one buyer to many seller. Then many seller to many buyers to many seller. For the dynamic pricing, when are dynamic pricing models and suitable or not suitable? For suitable case, first is the bigger the market, the better. The more fragmented the market, the better. Thirdly, the greater the volatility, the better. Fourth, network markets will be early adopters. Fifth, minimum cost and cost of managing dynamic pricing can become hindrance. It is unsuitable when ethical and moral cultural issues can interfere with dynamic pricing. And lastly, distributing costs can inhibit dynamic pricing. For the auctions, when are auctions suitable? There are factors that affect auction when it is suitable. First factor is the market. For low transaction and relatively to total cost in network markets, for the customers, auctions will especially well when customers are willing to wait for captive customers with multiple preferences. The third factor is the product. Auctions work well with specialized or customized good with cyclical fad items when value derived by customers is ambiguous. For perishable items, sensitive, non-replicable goods. And lastly, the channel factors. Auction works especially when channels is owned with captive audience. Channel can send updates to bidders to avoid constant surveillance. Buyer can be pre-selected range to prevent bidding wars. There are diagnostic tools for auctions. the auctions, reverse auctions, dynamic negotiations, demand aggregation, dynamic price discrimination, yield management, option pricing, the barter, and exchange. This the many-to-many buy side and sell side participants are linked simultaneously for real-time bid offer pricing and intelligence by sell order matching. The auction pricing model is one-to-many seller-centric auction model. One seller engaged several buyers to outbid each other. This method of exchange benefits the seller by securing the highest bid for his product and service. Auctions can be public or private. Public auctions are open to all buyers who meet qualifications specified by the sellers and auctions house. And that's all for the dynamic auction and dynamic pricing list. Thank you.